How fast can you beat Terraria? Okay, well, there's the answer, but please stick around. I played through Terraria, trying to beat the Moonlord as fast as I could, but I haven't really beat the game more than like twice, so I gave myself a bit of a head start. Specifically, endgame gear. I went into T-Edit and added a chest as soon as we spawn in, so that we can get them when we load. We got the beetle set and solo weapons for the melee class, alongside a frozen shield and the fire gauntlet. For Ranger, we have Shroomite armor, the Vortex weapons, a magic quiver, and a recon scope. Mage has Spectre armor, Nebula weapons, a Celestial emblem, and a mana flower. This is also where I learnt that the Spectre leggings are not Spectre boots. And Summoner has Spooky armor, the Stardust weapons, a Papyrus scarab, and a Necromantic scroll. There are some items that are more general and not for a specific class, like the Pixel, the Terraspark boots, Betsy's wings, the UFO mount, and the Arc shield. Also, each emblem is given to a specific class to buff them. Now we've gone over the items, let's go over the rules. Kill the Moonlord. Also, no sequence breaking like stealing Golem from his chambers. Alright, we load into the world and steal everything from the chest. The best way to go from the start is equipping the beetle gear for its defense and the Stardust Dragon so we don't have to deal with the enemies. We may have the best tank gear, but we do only start at 100 health. Once everything's favorited, so we don't accidentally delete any items, we can begin going straight down into hell. On the way down, we also pick up any iron, because there are a few items that we need to complete the run. Those items are 10 wood, 3 lens, 6 round chunks of vertebrae, 30 bones, 6 9 iron or lead ore, 40 mithril, 40 auric alchemol, 9 stars of light, 9 stars of night, and a guide voodoo doll. And they are to craft a workbench, an anvil, a mithril, auric alchemol anvil, a mechanical eye, a mechanical worm, and a mechanical skull. We don't need to craft a furnace because we can use a hellforge instead that we can get whilst waiting for voodoo demons to spawn. There are also a few optional items that we can get, such as recall potions or potions of return, fallen stars, life crystals, 35 cobwebs, 37 wood and a chain for a sawmill, alumina bed. These are optional because you can always just die instead of using a recall potion, and you don't necessarily need mana or health, and you don't have to skip nights, but this is a speedrun, so we are going as fast as we can in most circumstances. The early part of the run is pretty boring, it's just waiting to summon a boss, killing the boss, and then waiting to summon the next boss. We've arrived in Hell, and it's time to run around and smash some pots to get some free Hellcat. I didn't get any recalls from the way down, so I was hoping for a potion of return, but there was nothing in these pots. And the dragon killed the voodoo demon whilst I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, we easily demolish the wall, steal his hammer, and head back up the way we came. Yes, it would have been quicker to die, but why would I be trying to go fast? When we emerge, it's nighttime, so we make quick work of Skeletron for the dungeon later on. We curse the old man, despite his pleas, and crack that skull open so we can steal a candle from his home. Next up is the mech bosses, and we need to farm for their summons. And first up is the lenses. They're the only item that requires nighttime, so it only makes sense to go for them now rather than wasting the time, and then having to sleep later on. Great, we got all the eyes. It only took 3.5 minutes. which to be fair isn't that bad in comparison to later on. Let's actually go into that home we broke into now and steal the bones he keeps in his basement. Saving the mechanic and wizard isn't mandatory, but I could have brought something from the mechanic to see why he's in the temple, and mana potions from the wizard could have been useful, but magic isn't real, so why would I be using it? Bones acquired, it's time to impale myself for fast transport home. Whilst we're here, I make all the items I need, before realising we have no shiny new ore. Turns out the Hallow spawned over the Crimson, and I'm on the wrong side, so we gotta head to the other side to smack some altars. The Hallowed Crimson ends up being the optimal place to mine for Mithril, as it comes with 3 souls. 9 souls gathered, time to leave. Okay, I have no idea why I decided going up through the desert was a good idea. Once I almost died to sand and some weirdly spherical cacti though, I realised I was being stupid and stopped running into everything. Time to steal some more souls, but with a night variety this time. The jungle has been slightly overrun by the red, so hornets might make this a little easier, and turtles might make this much harder. Free bee minecart, who wouldn't take one? We gather the last bit of mithril before completing our soul collection duty and heading to the surface to steal some spines. This terrain didn't really help. Everything was spawning on the ground where I couldn't grab what they dropped. With all the parts in hand, we head back to spawn to make the summons. Luckily, it's already nighttime, so we summon the 3 mechanical menaces and do battle. The big worm goes down first, not much of a threat because we can fly. Then Spaz, the more threatening of the 2 eyes. We take Retinator down next because I don't want to be annoying and shooting me off in the distance. And then finally we kill Prime. With Mr. Bones down, the next target is the jungle. Of course finding the bulb isn't very fun, but I do have a plan. You see, we can try to find the temple, and in the time that it takes us to find it, a bulb will have spawned. We can beat Pantera and go straight to Golem. Temple located. Now we just find a bulb and move on in record time. Right? Right. Bulb located. And it only took like 30 fucking minutes. if I die to this boss, the run's over. I'm not doing this anymore. We drink a coffee, because I've been up far too long looking for this plant. And smashed the bulb, causing Mother to be very unhappy with us. Plantera wasn't much of a threat, I just ran away and let the dragon deal with it. Although he did start off by just leaving me because Plantera is not a threat apparently. Plant down, we have the key, it's time to enter that temple and beat Golem. Oh no. After that minor mishap, we actually enter the temple. Well, we actually break in because Plantera must have given us the wrong key or Golem changed his locks or something. I successfully make it to Golem's room, avoiding all the little tricky traps that the lizards put in place to stop me. Golem is Golem. I hear there's a party going on at Mr. Bones' home, and I wasn't invited. So naturally, we're gonna crash the party. I decide to switch to full melee just in case the dragon attacks the wrong cultist and I die. It didn't work. I decide to switch to full ranger just in case the dragon attacks the wrong cultist and I die. It didn't work. I decide to switch to full summoner just in case the dragon attacks the wrong cultist and I die. Wait, what? What? Pillars are over easy. The Moon Lord himself. I didn't have a plan for all this. I guess be your gear and just don't get hit. Okay, run away, play it slow, heal when you get hit, and just throw daybreaks. Ah, I can't avoid the beam. Well, I guess we can...